Hey everybody, Stacy here. I'm so excited. We have the brand new Miss DC Team USA. She is waiting in the wings. I'm excited to get to know her, so stick with us right here on PageantryNOW. Hey everybody, Stacy here. Thank you for all coming and joining us and hanging out. This is PageantryNOW. A little bit about us. We've got a special guest tonight. We have Miss DC Teen USA that is going to just newly crowned 6 days in. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm so excited to hear about her year. But before we do, PageantryNOW is all about positivity and pageantry and being able to highlight the amazing things that title holders do using a crown and a sash. Of course, we need interaction with you. I mean, we don't have to, but honestly, it makes it so much more fun that you are part of the conversation. So please make comments in the chat, and we will put them up and ask questions as we go through. Please make sure you keep them PC. We've got teenagers here, so we want to make sure that it's appropriate. And we're going to have it fun for everybody. So let's get this thing going. Here we go. Hi. Gosh, look at that. Oh, the crowd is so excited.
I know. I'm so excited to be here.
Wow. We already have, okay. We already have people in. So Ralph, hi. Thank you, Ralph. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. And let us please have you introduce yourself, your title, your name, where you're from, all that good stuff.
Hi, everyone. I'm Asia Hickman. I'm Miss District of Columbia Teen USA 2022. I am from Arlington, Virginia / DC area, but I am 18 years old and I'm really excited to compete at nationals. And thank you so much for having me. This is going to be so exciting. I can't wait for the questions.
I'm so excited to have you. Like, I mean, I know clearly the new crown glow has not come off.
It hasn't.
Honestly, like, okay, so let's go through the week. So you were crowned on Saturday, which is fantastic. How did that feel? How did that moment feel?
I honestly, I'm still in awe. You can tell from you can ask anybody who was there that night that I was bawling my eyes out. I at least filled up 3 buckets of water, just full of my tears, just happy tears, genuinely. And I met so many different wonderful people, made so many different connections already. I'm just so excited to continue this journey. And after that, I feel like once we left the hotel at 12:30, I probably slept for a good 2 days. My feet were so sore from walking in those heels, but it was definitely worth it. Definitely, for sure.
That post-pageant, like we call it the post-pageant hangover, where all of a sudden you're just like, and I'm out. Good night. It's real, and people don't think it's real. But Ralph, by the way, says congratulations on winning Miss DC Teen USA.
Thank you.
So I'm so excited for you. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. But has it kind of sunk in a little bit? Like, is it becoming more real?
It's definitely becoming more real. Like, just the other day, we were just signing our contracts for everything. And I was just looking at the contracts and reading them over with my mother after the dinner was over. I was like, Mommy, this is real. Like, we're going to nationals. Like, this is crazy. I'm Miss District of Columbia to USA. I can't believe this actually happened. This was definitely one of my goals in life. So for it to be accomplished already, especially my last year as competing for a team, I just feel so grateful. I'm gonna start crying.
Oh, wow. Like, we talked about this before we went live. I was like, I have Teen USA was in its second year, the year I competed. And I just can't even say how many amazing things happened because of the moments that I have with the organization. And I'm blessed. Like, I think it's awesome.
Yes, definitely.
It was just yesterday. It was just yet. But there's photographic proof that probably wasn't just yesterday. See, I snorted. I was at Miss Universe 2019, and somebody that follows the show actually brought photos. I guess he found archives of me, and I was like, oh my God, I'm mortified. And there wasn't social media or internet then, so
I feel like everybody feels that way looking back at their past photos, because I definitely felt that way looking back, especially looking back at like myself when I was younger. I don't know who dressed me, but it definitely wasn't my mother or my grandmother, because they have impeccable style. Like my whole wardrobe for my DC Teen USA is definitely going through them first, because I was definitely, I don't know what I was doing when I was younger. But yeah.
I told you, my very first pageant, my mom put me in a color. It was this orange, so like I can't. This color orange, and I wore blue eyeshadow. So it was like, I'm like, seriously. I mean,
I need to try
the
that. It's very
struggle. All right, so I'm gonna ask you the hard question I ask everybody. You ready? I know you watch the show, so you know. Do you like frogs? Why or why not?
I honestly do like frogs. Definitely like the poisonous ones that are like from the tropical rainforest. I don't know why, but their colors are so brilliant and vibrant. They're so pretty. And it's funny because most of like the species of like anything with like two different species of like male and female, they're usually, the males are usually the more vibrant one, and the women are usually the more like toned down colors, because they're supposed to be attracting females. And I just think that's like really cool. But I'm a bigger fan of snakes. So
Oh, no.
yes,
Really?
I don't know why. I don't love them, but I do have a fascination with just pure white snakes. They're really beautiful to me. So
Oh, I could see albinos being, we I mean, not that it's the same. We have an albino peacock that lives near us.
that's so cool.
But none of the other peacocks are nice to it. I feel so bad for it because it,
Oh.
like, they don't like it because it doesn't look like them. And I'm like, oh, that's so sad. Like, we need to make it happy.
No. That's terrible.
Sorry. When I was 5, my birthday party was outside, and I grew up in Michigan, so it was out kind of in the country, and so I stepped on this probably 6 foot long milk snake, and it like wrapped around my leg, and so from that point on, I was like, I don't like snakes.
I get that. The garden snakes could definitely be scary, especially because they just pop out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
It is crazy. I've definitely had an encounter with a rattlesnake before. It was definitely when I was younger. I don't know how, but it happened. Just from then on, I was scared of those snakes, but the ones that are more in like the tropical forests, I feel like they vibe with me more.
There you go. I mean, and I do agree with you with the little like colored frogs. Like, I know they're poisonous, but still, like, they're so wickedly cool. Like, the colors are really vibrant. I mean, obviously, it's like, warning, well, don't touch me, but it's like,
Exactly.
That's your friend. Oh my God, please. This one.
It's too
Yep, I got it. Well, see, we're laughing already. There we go. All right. So, what made you get into this crazy thing called pageantry? Like, well, why? Like, I mean, it's pretty cool, but tell me about the story.
I honestly have been in pageants since I was around 18 months old. When my parents were deployed and off in Afghanistan and Iraq, I was living with my grandparents, and just to like keep me preoccupied, so I wasn't like always focused and worried about them basically fighting in a war for our country. I did pageants, and that's how I kind of developed my performance skills. I'm also a musician, so it kind of ties into that type of role. I play piano and saxophone. If you didn't know. That's also
piano. Sax though, sax is like not easy.
I feel like it's one of the easier woodwind instruments. I feel like people see it that way, and it's more popular with jazz, but I'm basically classical for both piano and saxophone. So I guess in a classical sense, it is very hard. In a jazz sense, it's hard to improvise, but both overall, they're both great.
I love sax for jazz. I mean, I would think that classical has got to be super, super hard with the sax. So
it definitely is, just like hitting different notes in vibrato and overtones, but that's a lot of musical.
Ooh, like what age did you start playing? Did you play piano first or sax first?
I played piano first. So I was actually living in South Korea for about 6 years, and that's where I started my journey into, discovering my musical, I guess, talents would be the best word or term for it. But that's when I started playing piano and just started diving into music in general when I was living in Korea. I started playing piano when I was around 8, so I've been playing for almost 11 years now. And I started playing sax in the 6th or 7th grade when I moved to New York City.
You know, when you okay, so like you have pretty much lived in like so many different places because of your parents' deployment. So I'm assuming South Korea because of your parents, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
let's talk because I love the story that your mom put you into pageants to kind of give you something to kind of look forward to and to keep you distracted, which I think is really important for you as a human to help develop your own independence and be able to feel like you've got something that's, I mean, besides the sparkly, I mean, let's face it, the sparkly is really cool, but
Honestly, that's what attracted me to pageants too, the sparkly crowns and the sashes.
yeah, my one of my friends was said to me the other day, everything I have a whole shoe like storage unit that has all these sparkly shoes in it, and he's like everything with you has to be sparkly, and I'm like, well,
Yeah,
yeah, only
duh.
but only when I'm like this, like the rest of the time I'm like, no.
True. I get it. I get it. You
So
have to
what is the
definitely.
coolest place that you've lived at? Like in like where
That's so hard to be honest, because I'm in love with New York City. When I was living there and when I went to middle school and high school there, I'm in love with South Korea. I still want to go visit. I still have family there. Um, but I feel like the place that I love the most would definitely have to be South Korea, just because I love the culture, the food for sure, and I just feel like everything that's me started off there, and that's where I kind of found myself and found what I wanted to do in life. So yeah.
you're 18. Do you really know what you want to do in life? What do you want to do in life? What do you want to be when you grow up?
Well, that's why I'm in college right now. I'm trying to figure that out. But my major right now in college is music theory, piano performance. Almost forgot right there. Oh my gosh. Uh, and I also minor in French. But for right now, I want to be teaching in schools music. Definitely having to do something with my nonprofit organization, Hickman Music, where I give underprivileged children music lessons. But other than that, I was thinking about becoming a lawyer in my later life. So, it could go either way for me, to be
What
honest.
happened? I mean, I have been there. Like when I was your age, I wanted to be an attorney, and then I got accepted to a very prestigious law school, and then went. I think I just want to be a teacher. Like I'm a teacher. Like that's my real life. So because I felt like that connection with kids was so important. So it's wonderful that you. I mean, when did you start your nonprofit, and like what inspired you to do that? Was it really because of pageantry, or tell me a little bit more about that?
So I actually started my nonprofit when I was 11 years old. Um,
Seriously, 11?
Everybody's so shocked, but I just really was passionate about it because when I left Korea, I have a best friend who still lives there now. I talk to her almost like every day. We've known each other since for almost 11 years now. For as long as I've been playing piano, I've known her for that long. But she grew up in a really big family and couldn't afford music lessons because her parents were providing for like 5 or 6 different children at the time. So I would definitely after school, I would go and teach her piano, violin, which I was playing at the time. I don't play violin anymore, but I would teach her how to play piano, violin, and sometimes sing because that's what she really loved. And that's where I kind of found the idea for my nonprofit organization. And I realized that I had a passion for teaching people who, couldn't afford it. So
That is so oh my gosh, like you're such an overachiever. I feel like totally underdeveloped at this point. I'm like, wait, hold on. Nonprofit, you've been doing
oh,
projects since you were well, like now 17 years almost.
now I'm 17. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I was 17. Oh my god. Yeah.
And you've been to South Korea. I actually my very first passport has the stamp for South Korea, but I never got to go because my first husband was military intelligence, and so but I couldn't go. So now I'm like, really? Seriously? So
You definitely have to go. And if you go, invite me because I will definitely be the best tour guide. I still understand a little bit of Korean. I can still read a little write here, there. But yes, definitely invite me. I'll show you all the best spots for sure.
that is so cool. Like I definitely and yet, like, I've never been out of the United States. Well, I say that all the time, but I grew up in Michigan, so I lived literally across the bridge from Canada. So like we went to Canada, like, but I didn't. It was it was like just. I actually thought that Windsor, Canada, was actually part of Michigan for the last.
Well, it's right there basically. So you guys are
Yeah,
basically neighbors.
yeah. So yeah, exactly. All right, so are you gonna just, I mean, is the focus with Miss Teen with DC Teen USA, are you going to just work on your platform? Or I mean, is there other stuff that you want to develop? Like what do you see? I mean, obviously, aside from winning Miss Teen USA, which do we even know when Miss Teen USA is? Is it November again, or they haven't, they don't know yet?
They still haven't given us a date. We're literally so paranoid over here. We're like, we don't know what to do first, what to accomplish first. It's crazy. It's crazy. But we're definitely
Struggle is
looking.
real. I'm glad that we are laughing. I was like, because I don't know, have you done any interviews in the last 6 days or?
This is my first interview.
Oh, that makes me happy. Okay, well, I'm glad that you're here. So
Me
happy
too.
fun. So, all right. So, what's the plan? What I mean, you know, you've got to get ready, and prep is so important. But like, how do you see this year unfolding for you? What kind of things do you want to do?
Well, I definitely want to accomplish a lot for my platform. If I do win Miss Teen USA, I want to take my platform internationally. But right now, at the state level, I'm definitely going to schools, hospitals, definitely veterans' homes because that's very important for me, especially growing up in a military family. I'm also thinking about going to schools and just talking to children about like different musical education and why music is important. Another really big thing that's not a part of my platform, but definitely could be because music is very therapeutic in a way, and it's been proven that it's healing in different cases, is definitely mental health for teens because I'm going through my own mental health cycle or process right now, and I feel like it's very important and it's an important topic that we need to address.
Well, that is a lot to say and a lot to talk about. So I teach music. I mean, I have gymnastics school, but I was a musician growing up. I really enjoyed it. It was the thing that I have mild autism, so music was really how helped soothe myself and helped me find like a feeling of safeness when I didn't always feel safe. And so my dream was always to do a kids album. Like that was my thing. I love kids. Like that was, I wanted to do it. Like I just, but so when I had an opportunity to start teaching little kids music, so I teach babies, like I teach kids under 4.
That's so cute.
Which
I love
is so much
it.
fun. Like we have such a blast doing it. And but like we geek out and have these moments that are so like genuine and personal. So I can totally relate to that idea of how music is definitely healing, and it really has been proven to help your mental state. It's been proven to help people when they're in the hospital. It's been proven, the very first thing you hear in your entire life is a heartbeat.
Yes.
So rhythm is part of us integrally.
Yes,
So I
it
think that
is.
is so fantastic that you want to take your passion and be able to help other people feel better too.
That is so beautiful what you just said. You honestly almost brought me to tears. I'm like,
Well, I would,
yeah,
oh, and I don't want, we've already talked about, there's been a lot of crying in the last week, but you mentioned that you're going through a struggle right now. And in pageantry, we've gone through some very significant losses in the last 6 months. So let's talk, if you don't mind sharing. If you don't want to share, it's totally okay. But if you don't mind sharing, talking about it, how has music helped you through whatever you're going through? If you can share, and if you don't want to, just say nope. It's personal. Look at my crown.
of course. So, well, music, like you just said before, it's definitely been like my sanctuary, or I guess my safety blanket in a different way, or a different set of words, where whenever I was feeling down or just upset, I would definitely go to music, put on some headphones and just blast my playlists. It definitely always made me feel better, made me feel soothed, especially when I was having anxiety attacks or just wasn't feeling myself in that moment. Music has definitely just been my outlet where I could, always go to. It's something that's never going to leave you at the end of the day. And I feel like that's why I have such a strong connection with music and why it's so important to me, because I can always go to music whenever I'm, feeling down.
I have a playlist for my life. I always say, "Oh, I'm gonna cry," because I do. Like I have certain songs that take me back to certain feelings that are so, and I would hope that all humans have this connection to music, but I don't know if they do. But I know like certain songs will just take me back to a place where I just am like, so there, and I have a pageant playlist. I have like a hospital playlist. Like I have certain ones that are like that make me feel a specific way. So like, is there like a go-to for you when you're feeling down and you're like, okay, yeah. Do you have like a playlist, or like what are certain songs that make you feel better?
I definitely have I have so many different playlists. I have a classical playlist. I have, just regular pop songs that I love listening to on a daily basis playlist. Um, but the songs that I definitely go to when I'm feeling down or anything that are like Lana Del Rey. I love Lana Del
Oh, I
Rey.
don't know Lana Del Rey. Oh, that's okay. All right.
So
So tell me more.
tell me more. My favorite song by Lana Del Rey is definitely "Do in Time." I listen to this song at least 30 times a day. It's really bad. But I love it.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. Like the very first song that I ever played on the piano, because I learned to play on the piano by ear before I started to learn music, like before I learned to read. And it was a Chicago song that was like I must have played it. Like I would play the first six notes over and over and over again, like trying to make sure I got the fingering right, and making sure I had the chords right, and like try. And I would listen to the song and I'd be like, because back in those days, again, we didn't have internet. There's these things called tapes, and you had to rewind.
I still have tapes. That's not.
Seriously?
I do.
I feel like so ancient as we had record. I mean, I had records too, but like,
I also have records. I have a record player in my room. I
are you
love it.
serious? I love
Yes.
that though.
Yes, I love it so much because I go to vintage music stores that sell like vinyls from like the 30s, and I buy basically all of them. And they're so honestly, if I could remember any of the songs from those vinyls, I would say that all of them on there are the most relaxing and soothing music pieces I've ever listened to, genuinely. Like music back then is so different to compared to music today. And I feel like it's just better in my opinion.
There's no faking it. There's no like there was no being able to record it. It was, give me your 50 cents and record it, and okay, here you got a record. And I mean, honestly, like there's no auto tune. There's no it's
It's all
music.
real. It's
Yeah.
real. That's
And
why. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
no,
sorry.
no, go ahead. Like I'm talking too much. You should be talking. Tell me.
That-
Every time you
That's
snort, you're
why.
gonna laugh at me.
No, don't worry. I snore too. I'm surprised it hasn't came out yet. That's funny for
See,
me.
see, I'm gonna borrow your daughter, Jamie.
She
By
said,
the way, she said my sweet baby. Like I don't know if you saw it, but I was like, oh, that's so sweet. Like,
"Oh
aw.
my gosh, I just saw it. I can see her right now. It's funny, but
She's like on her phone going, doing
yes,
great, babe.
that's exactly what she's doing. That's exactly. That's crazy that you already know my mother. That's so terrible.
Well,
Um,
I love the fact that like your mom, I mean, she said hi, and I know she just came from work, and but the fact that she's supporting you on this journey, like this is a really intense experience, and like and no joke, you're going to Team USA, like oh my gosh, oh I got goosies, oh I got goosies.
whenever you say that, I honestly can't believe it myself. It's just so crazy. I literally genuinely cannot believe that I'm going to Team USA. Because I've always seen people, at the competition or just, going there. But overall, I think it's just amazing that everybody gets to go through that process. Oh,
Aw,
my sash.
oh yeah, yeah.
It keeps falling down.
Girl, if that's the first time and the only time you adjust your sash in the next year, there you go.
I'm gonna have to get a Velcro attached to all my clothes, just to my sash right there.
They have like little magnets that you can put up there, so it'll like it magnets. Yes, so it doesn't.
That's smart.
Yeah. Of course, like 15 minutes before we went to air, my dog ate my sash. We have a new puppy.
Oh, what's I
Diana,
didn't
if
even
you're listening, I'm sorry I love you.
after you said puppy, I was like, what puppy? What puppy?
Oh, he's been banished from the office for a little bit right now. I'm like, nope. Yeah.
That's understandable. I also
My
have
husband literally grabbed him and he went, and I'm going to take you away because she might be upset if we lose you tomorrow, but not right now.
oh gosh. Well, I'm sorry that you
When we go off air, I'll get him. I'll pull him so you can see him.
yes, thank you. Because I have a golden retriever. I miss him so much. I know. His name, this is how you know I'm obsessed with music. Like music is just everywhere in my life. His name is actually Mozart. We call him Mozart, a Momo for short.
Oh, Momo.
Yeah.
Oh. Now
Yes.
I feel like, do you know, I almost came to pageant and I was like, there's just no way I couldn't coordinate it to be able to come. So I would have been able to like, but now it is on my bucket list that before I give up my crown that I come to DC. I know I'm supposed to be in DC in September.
Really?
There's somebody might be going to Congress. So
I definitely have to show you around.
yes, because then I need someone to show me all around.
No, I want to show you to all the museums and the different monuments. It's so beautiful here. And the weather is so nice. Like I was just outside today and I was sweating, like literally drenched in sweat. But besides that, it was just amazing. The weather is so nice here.
Girl, I live in Miami, Florida. It is sweating here all the time. All the
Oh,
time.
the humidity. Oh my gosh, my hair. It would be
Thank goodness I do not have any volume because I do not need it here.
oh my gosh. I don't know how like my
When I
lungs
was your age, to try to get volume in my hair, because like back then it was like big hair,
Mhm.
I would spend hours curling it and like putting it in stuff and like overnight, and I would literally be out for 15 minutes and then it would be like this. I'm like, no.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
So now it's cool to have straight hair and I'm okay with it. Anyway.
Well, this is very hard to take care of. Curly
Well,
hair.
that was, I mean, actually, I was going to say, like, I love the fact that your hair is natural, which it looks great. And I love the fact that we have, like, this whole, actually, like, when Deshauna gave up her title, I was backstage with her and I got to interview her before she gave up Miss USA. And she's like, I've got a really big surprise for you, but I'm not going to tell you. And I was like, I saw her gown. I knew what she was going to wear. And I was like, well, what could it be? And when she came out in natural hair, like, I started bawling like a baby because I was like, thank you. Like, we need authentic queens. We need women that are not afraid to be themselves and, you know, be naturally gorgeous and to just be, you know, beautiful from the inside out. And so, rock it, babe, because you look gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And the pink is like all that. And then a
Thank
bag.
you. You know, my mother had to pick this out for me. She's my
So mom with her fabulous style and grandma too.
yes. She's over here smiling and giggling.
And grandma too. So like grandma has definitely got that same level of amazing.
Yes, literally my whole wardrobe for when I was doing DCTUSA, when I was competing, was comprised of my mom and my grandmother's opinion. Like my grandmother literally shipped the dresses to us and I tried them on the 2 days before the pageant. So
Wow.
they have.
And grandma was at pageant too?
Oh, say again, I'm sorry.
Was grandma at pageant too?
No, she wasn't. She was actually at my cousin's graduation. She in Germany. So
Oh, whoa.
yes.
So you guys
We're
just
all
went all
military
over the
children.
world. Disco everywhere. Okay, great.
We're all military children around in these parts.
That's awesome. Oh, I mean, honestly, and Ralph had said it earlier. Thank you to your parents uh, for serving for our country because we do really appreciate that. We keep us safe, and that's got to be an amazing experience for you because then you, as a human, become better rounded through the experiences. And I just love you. So. Okay, this is new. How do you do it? Like
This is new. So you do like two peace signs. Whoa, two peace signs. You connect them, and then you do like this.
no, like I can't. I'm
Oh,
that girl. I almost
You-
got it. Wait, so like this.
So two of these, and then you push these two down.
Oh, there, like this. Okay. There's got to be. I teach yoga, and there's something called mudras. So you certain pressure points on your fingers. So it's finger yoga. But my kids, one of them is to put your fingers together and put your. I can't do it.
This.
Yes, that.
It took me so long to learn that in elementary school. I felt so left out. And then when I finally learned it, I was like, no one can taught me anymore. I haven't done it in so long though.
And they're always Miss Stacy. It's just like just like this. I'm like, yes, I understand what it just is, but it doesn't work.
It does not work. It took me.
Oh my goodness. All right. Fatima usually she hosts on Instagram, but Fatima usually comes in and asks questions. So one of her favorite questions to ask: what are 5 favorite beauty products you cannot live without?
That is such a hard question. Oh my
I know.
God. Beauty products? So like skincare, or is that only like
Whatever. Yeah, whatever. Like, I mean, it could be like whatever makes your hair flawless, like whatever it is that makes you that you feel like if you were to go to South Korea right now, what would have to go into your bag that you have to take with you?
Okay, so definitely my favorite Bath and Body Works perfume. It's called like sparkling champagne, I think, and it's like really
Oh.
sweet. I know, I love it. And the other scent that I also love is lavender and vanilla. But okay, that's number 1. And then yes,
My favorite one. And my husband's like, please, can we stop that? I'm like, no.
it's the best combination. Like no one can beat it. It's the best. Other than citrus, lavender and vanilla.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I've now interrupted you again. I'm sorry.
No. Okay, so second item definitely would have to be lip gloss. I cannot live without a nice shiny lip. Highlighter, lashes, and I think the last thing would definitely be blush. And that's just for face, to be honest, because I definitely could not choose just 5 for everything. But for hair, I guess it definitely would be water and mousse.
Water and there you go. That works. I mean, and it like changes for every person. I interviewed Miss Grand Texas, and she said blush too, and I said blush works too because then you can wear it as eyeshadow. So
exactly, I actually did put a little blush on my eyes today. So
multitask, because if you've only got 5 things to be able to take, find things that you can that you can
universal.
exactly. So there you go. I mean, if you really want to get creative, you can put a little bit of blush on your lips and then put the lip gloss over it, and then
that's what I do too, to be honest. I do like take a little bit of like a red lip and put it right here and then blend it out. And if I don't have my red lip with me, then I have blush, and it's usually like a liquid blush. But yeah,
sweet.
Sometimes I use like lip gloss as like a primer for highlighter because it makes it shine better. It actually works. I swear. No one knows about this. It's my
The whole
secret.
highlighter thing, I literally just started doing like in the last like 6 months. One of my best friends, one of my previous pageant directors, calls me and she goes, "Stacy, have you had a facelift?" And I went, "What? No. Why would you say that?" And she said, "Because you've gotten younger." And I went, "What?"
You already look young, by the way, just so you know. I didn't know that you were like, I was shocked.
I'm 56 and I'm totally okay with saying it. Like I'm honestly, they gave me 8 weeks to live. I had cancer. They gave me 8 weeks to live almost 26 years ago. So like I am never ashamed to tell my age because I'm like, yeah, hello. What did mom say? Mom just said something.
Yeah. She was just like, that's crazy. I don't know if this is the right terminology, but like, congratulations for going through that, for surviving that process. Because a lot of members in my family have had cancer. My grandmother, who actually helps with my wardrobe, my mother's mom has gone through cancer. And my other great grandmother has also gone through cancer. And yeah, so cancer is something that has a special place in our heart and our family, because we've all, we're all surviving it and going through it together. So I'm
And
glad that
it's a family struggle. It's not, thank you. Like it really, it affects the whole family. And that's the one thing that when I had told you, I competed for many, many years before I won my first national title. And actually my first like big pageant wasn't until I was 35. And I think that it really was because I started speaking on my platform. At that point, I had survived for 5 years since my diagnosis, and that was what made me come back to pageantry, because I'd left for quite a while. And I thought, if I wore a crown and a sash, it would give me a chance to share my story and hopefully inspire people. So like you're doing this, wearing your crown and your sash, telling your story, and being honest about things. So using music as a way to be able to heal and help other people. But by sharing your story, it helps you, but it also helps to inspire other people. So I just thank you for being awesome. And I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, now I'm going to start crying again. Oh my gosh, you're bringing me to tears. Thank you for.
Oh, you're awesome. You're amazing human. So keep being an amazing human. Like, we need more of you.
So are you. Oh my gosh.
Like, okay. All right. So is there anything that we haven't talked about? Because again, I told you before, like, we're conversational. Like, I want to know about you, your story, get to know you. So is there anything you want to share that you haven't shared yet?
Honestly, I feel like just this whole interview process has just been so fun and like carefree, and almost like I've been telling you my story and what I'm here to do as Miss DC Teen USA. But I also been giving you fun facts about my life and why I got to this point in my life. So I honestly think I covered everything. I can't really think about anything else right now that I probably could tell you anything more about, but I feel like this is basically it.
You're awesome. And apparently your director thinks so too. She just said, so gorgeous and kind-hearted. I love it.
Oh my goodness.
You can learn. So I haven't met her, but because she was DC when my girl was Miss Texas. So. And now she kind of owns Miss USA. So oh boy, it's been a process, but she'll be able to like walk you through like this whole experience. That's the one thing I think that's wonderful about having formers that are director. Oh, you're so sweet. You're such an amazing human. Like, I just love. Okay, see, I can only do. I'm like so lame. Okay, I got to figure out how to do this.
It's like you like this.
What, do I lack coordination? Wait.
You have to have a little bit more space though. So it's like this.
Oh, maybe. Okay. So there.
Or we could just do the simple heart like this, because I also go like this whenever I do poses.
It's kind of like a long heart.
Yeah.
But the only thing is that then we have to do it the other side. So it's the other hand. So you got to go. Yeah, I know. There.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, it's the opposite. You're so awesome. Well, thank you for trusting me with your queens. We really appreciate it, Chelsea. Oh my gosh. Oh boy, my life. Okay, so how do we follow your journey? Like, what do we do to be able to get to know and see? Like, because that's the other thing too is, I want this to carry beyond just today. I want it to carry, through when you're on the stage at Miss Teen USA. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you. I'm excited too. Everybody's just been so helpful already. I've been getting a lot of support already from my family and friends, and everybody from my pageant world. Definitely my director, Miss Chelsea. So everything's been doing great, honestly. But for you to follow my journey, you can follow me on Instagram at my personal Instagram, asia.j.hickman, or at my DC Teen District of Columbia, Miss District of Columbia Teen USA Instagram. I also have a Facebook at Asia Hickman, and I think that's all my deeds. I also have a Twitter now, which is surprising because I've never used Twitter.
Oh boy. Okay, Twitter.
Twitter's definitely something new.
Is it DC USA or is it DC USA or is it Asia Hickman?
It's DC USA. We have a new Twitter, DC USA. But I have to learn it. I have no idea how to work Twitter. I think it's just like a communication, like to get up with current events and like talk to people, but I really don't know.
No, I have one. I mean, I have one for Pageantry Now. Like it's Miss DC Teen USA. There you go. See, there you go. But my husband will look at it. He's like, "Did you see all those people that were posting on your?" Because if if you put it on Facebook and you connect Facebook with Twitter, actually, the way to do it is connect Instagram to Facebook and then Facebook to Twitter,
Yeah,
and then once you create, and then that way, and my husband will be like, "So did you see the person's tweet about you?" And I was like, "No."
There's like a portal now. You can connect all your social media with just like one website. I need to find that like now.
There's like a there. It's not LinkedIn. It's Linktree.
Link. How do you know that?
I don't have it, but I know what it is because the struggle is real. I don't have it to teach you how to do this stuff, so I have to figure it out.
I'm trying so many different social media. I have so many different social medias to keep track of now. It's like my brain is everywhere.
Oh, someone said Hootsuite too. Thank you, Shanika.
Shekinah. Oh my god.
Sorry, Shekinah.
Oh
sweet. Okay, and then Ralph says, "Great show as always. May you also have wonderful, blessed evening. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Continued success in your reign. Yay!
Thank you. Thank you."
She's like, "Hi." All right, you are awesome. Thanks so much. I hope. I mean, and honestly, you can find me. You can find me Pageantry Now, but just send me a message. Like let's make sure that this is not the last conversation that we have before you go.
I'm sorry. I thoroughly.
No, sorry. Go ahead. Tell me.
I thoroughly enjoyed this interview. Just this conversation, not even an interview, because I feel like we've known each other for so long already. Like, yeah. I feel like we're best friends, basically.
I do too. I'm like, okay, can I come to DC and hang out with you? Like now I feel like I definitely. Oh, I have talked. Oh, I told my because my husband has a bucket list. We've done mine already. So, and one of his is to go to DC, and I'm like, okay, well, let's go.
Definitely, you would love it here, for real.
I will. And if you ever come to Florida, like that, well, you know.
Oh, I definitely want to. Definitely one of my bucket lists because I haven't been to Orlando. That's a lot. I've only been to Orlando for Disney World. That's it. And Universal Studios, of course. But other than that, I haven't been anywhere else in Florida. So definitely to venture out because I heard that it's wonderful down there and the weather's great. So
weather's
great.
Just don't come in the summer. Like if you come, like it's like summer, it rains every day at like 3 o'clock. So not great for hair. So come in the winter that when it is nice. So there you go.
Yes.
All right. Hold tight. Let me wrap this up and then I will get a puppy for you.
Yay! Okay.
Hold tight. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. Thank you so much, Asia, for being with me. If that is your new Miss DC Teen USA, I'm so excited. Oh, Gaga loves you. Oh, I love you. I guess that's Grandma. Thank you, Grandma, for being here. Thanks for supporting. You have helped create an amazing human. So thank you. And then to all of you, like for being here, being in the audience, we really appreciate it. Again, I can have these great conversations, but without our crownies, like it's not nearly as much fun to be able to have you be part of it as well. So hold tight because we do have Miss DC USA coming on at 8 o'clock. So stick around for about 12 minutes or go grab something else to drink and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for being here, everybody. Stay safe. Bye-bye.